Hey, what's going on, people? I'm out here messing with my G35. Um, what you're looking at is a 2006 Infinity G35. I'm doing an LS swap on it, and the purpose of this video is I've seen a lot of G35s out there with an LS swap already done to them, but there's not any videos out there that are going into detail on what it takes to take the original engine out and put an LS motor back in. Um, what motor mounts to use, how to connect the wire harness, and what transmission to use. So this is the first thing that this is the first newer car I would say that I've ever worked on. Everything I ever worked on before, as far as restoring and working on, is older, really old, 70s Camaros, 69 through 81 Camaros mainly. But like I said, the purpose of this video is to go into detail on what it takes to put an LS motor in here. Like I said, once again, this is a 2006 Infinity G35. For you people who don't know what an Infinity G35 is, this is the luxury version of the Nissan 350Z. It's got the same engine, same 6-speed, everything. But like I said, not a lot of details. This is video one. Wanted to get into detail on a lot of stuff. For example, really impressed with the car. Everything about it is just real nice and strong and solid. For example, here's a sway bar right here. Just a big, giant, solid sway bar. The back, the rear end is a limited slip rear end. Independent suspension. I was pretty impressed with that. I mean, I know the car was a $40,000 car one time, but for example, the Mustang GT, I believe, barely went to rear independent suspension, I think 2 years ago in 2015. Everything's oversized too. Every bolt that connects the transmission, engine, everything is grade 8, just solid bolts. The engine compartment, believe it or not, is pretty big. As you can see it right here. Let me give you an example. I made this tow bar for it right here. That way I can just hook it up to this tow bar that you see right here and connect it to my truck, pull the car out whenever I need to pull it out, pull it back in, push it back in with my truck. That way I don't need no help. That's what I did the other day to pull it out and pressure wash the whole engine bay, because I'm going to end up painting it eventually. But here's an example of one thing here. Here is the wire harness. Every one of these clips right here, I disconnected. Just every single one of them. Just disconnected every one while the engine was still in here. That took a lot of time, very aggravating, very tedious. The best thing for you to do, like I said, I'm learning now just like everyone else. There's a hole right here where this grommet goes connected to. It's easier just to disconnect these two right here, this one, these two right here, from underneath the dash. Pull out the wire harness. Well, before you pull it out, disconnect these three that go right here. Those three. It would have been way easier to disconnect these clips here, pull the engine out, and then disconnect those 100 clippings that are on the engine down there. It would have been way easier to do that. But like I said, I'm learning just like everybody else. From what I've been researching out there. Oh, let me give you another example of this tow bar I made. Here's a tow bar for a 1969 Chevy C10 truck. Okay, it's only, the width of a C10 is from here to here. You see it fits in here. That's how big the frame is. And this is the width of the frame here on the G35. So it's wider than a 1969 Chevy C10 truck. I mean, and they put 454s in that, which was the biggest engine you could put at that time. And that's how big it is. But like I said, I'm going into detail on everything. This is video one. Let's take a walk around. I'll show you what else. Here's the 6-speed. I mean, this thing's a monster. I mean, everything about it was just huge, solid. Here's a turbo 350 right next to it, which was in every Chevy car and Camaro from 1967 through well in the 80s. Just but look how small it is compared to that one. This one's a lot weaker, turbo 350. This is just really solid. Everything about the transmission, the car itself, really solid. Okay, here's the LS motor that I'm going to put in here. This is a LS motor out of I believe it was a 2002 Chevy Suburban or Tahoe, but this is an LS motor right here, which was in has been in every GMC Chevy truck car since 1999, I believe. But this is what I'm going to put in. I'm going to build it exactly like an LS1 from 1999 to 2006, I believe. That was in the Z06 Vet, 405 horsepower. This is what I'm going to do to it. I'm going to exactly build this engine just like that, with around 400 horsepower, 405, 450. We'll see, around that range. I don't want to go any higher than that. That's a lot of power for these small cars here. But like I said, there's nothing out there that goes into detail on taking the engine out of the Infinity and putting in an LS motor. So I'm going to get into see how much the motor mounts are. And, pretty expensive. I looked into them already, but that way people could see what it takes to put an LS motor in a Infinity G35. And like I said, there'll be more videos, because once I get this car running, driving perfect, then I'm going to pull it back in here and take every window off, every fender, the doors, everything's coming out, all the interior, and so you can see what I'm going to build here. But thanks for watching. Like I said, video 1, 2006 Infinity G35 LS Swap. Thanks, guys.